there again, we could fix that by changing the statute and taking the cap off of it, which is what will probably be proposed, but there again, you're gonna have I don't know if there's the sentiment down there is the same as with any other government agency. They don't wanna just keep throwing taxes and throwing money at it. And so a lot of the same things are gonna be echoed, but at the end of the day, you gotta get 53 legislators that's willing to vote for it. And your legislators in the more urban areas like Fayette County, Jefferson County, Northern Kentucky, they don't wanna do anything with taxes, but they're ultimately not affected by this anyways. It's your rural areas, like your Pendleton counties, your Bracken counties, your own counties, that are struggling because they're so limited on their revenue.
There has to be a solution other than the fact that we're a poor county, so we just can't afford to take care of our people with health care.
Well, I
That's
mean,
not the
and
solution.
on that taxing district, me sitting on the physical court even, and I don't have a problem with them lifting tax, but we've got districts across this state that have taken advantage of that
Abuse.
situation.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Yeah.
To the point to where some of the districts are making more than the physical court that runs the county.
Yeah, and see, when you do legislation, something needs to be taken care of and fix that, but we're not on that end.
Yeah, I know,
We're
but
losing our
when you do
service.
that,
No,
and
we can't.
then you do that, and they appoint a board, physical courts appoint a board, and some of these taxing districts that you're referring to, they vote on a tax increase, well, the people don't vote for the individuals that just voted on to the tax increase.
Well, I just assume the fiscal court raise the tax, I don't care.
Well, you see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
They can vote me out of office
Yeah.
in 4 years.
Yeah,
They can't vote you all nowhere.
it is whether it's you or Darren or anybody else. to
But
me.
we're getting off topic.
Yeah, and you could be here all night discussing.
I guess to
this.
answer your question, that's gonna be raised in the next public protection
Yeah.
meeting.
The process has begun.
The question,
But that's very
the
evident.
Medicaid, yes.
Well, I mean, here in Pendleton.
Trying to fix this problem.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna be looking at expenses, we're gonna be looking at revenue, we're gonna need help. You don't fix this quickly.
Yeah.
Rick, Darren, we're gonna need the fiscal court to stay very involved here through the remainder of this year as we go through this process. We'll keep digging away, but one thing I think we need to do tonight is give Philip some direction on scheduling as we move into the middle of July for the month of August. And the question, I think, boils down to, this July experiment has basically saved $10,000 on the wage side. There is some flexibility in that. It's not a set in concrete schedule. It's one that's kind of floating right now here on the front end of this process. But I think we need to give Philip some direction so he can go ahead and be thinking about the scheduling for August, and whenever we meet again, we can review that as well.
And we also need to address the budget issue because Vicki left a figure here of $46,000 in the bank, so we can't get through, we can't finish. Maybe we can finish July, but we can't get through August without additional funds.
I would strongly encourage the court to consider keeping some cuts into that, because I don't know if you got enough support on fiscal court for 100% of funding.
Well, we cut, that $10,000 is a pretty good cut in a month. I mean,
Well, I
that's
mean,
$120,000 in a year.
And you might be able to balance it out over the year. I haven't done the math on
Yeah,
that.
well, and
And you may be able to balance that out to where you don't have to.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you need to keep some of that in play there,
in the-
because if not, I don't know as if.
Yeah.
But the $10,000 came from cutting us down to one ALS.
No, that came from shutting down the ambulance on night shifts. We had one
So-
truck at nights instead of two is what we've done.
But that's still one truck.
But they're all ALS, the ones that are
Yeah, no, I
on the
get that
road.
part,
Yeah,
but there's only one.
yeah, there's only one on the night shifts, yeah.
So
The only way
if
to
the call
first,
comes in,
yeah,
we're stuck.
you have to call mutual aid if the other one's out. But the only way to have both ALS out there is for something, it takes money, and that's,
No, I
we've
get
not
that
got
part.
that
I'm just
from
trying to
anybody yet.
understand where the extra 10,000 came in.
Yeah, I just think that is a better solution than dismantling our ALS 24 hours a day,
Oh,
7 days
yeah,
a
no, I
week.
agree with that. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to get where the 10,000 came
Yeah,
in.
yeah, that's where it come from, because the 24 night shifts that we are closed for the month save that much
So
money.
you think that they should keep continuing to cut the ALS services down?
I'm just speaking that there needs, if you go, I think there needs to be some cuts in it, because it's not sustainable for what we're doing. I'm just telling you, I've said this 3 years ago.
I understand.
I looked at the
but-
numbers 3 years ago and put them together and went to the board and told them that if we didn't start looking at this, it was going to come back, and here we are 3 years later. I guess it was 3 years, wasn't it?
3 or 4
3 or 4 years later, and we're having this conversation. And if they go in and fund it again and you don't cut anything, I guarantee you're gonna be right back in this room 3 years from now, having this same conversation, but in a worse situation.
I understand some cuts, but I think then you also need to take into consideration of inflation of cost of them providing the service.
And we're in-
Increase and
and
all
I
that stuff,
respect that.
but as a citizen that lives here, my only concern is I just wanna know that if I ever need an ambulance, one's gonna come.
Well, and that's what we're trying to make sure that we do have one. And that's what Terry alluded to, that, and I respect his opinion on people are wanting, wouldn't mind paying it. You wouldn't believe the phone calls that we're getting that are totally against it. Totally against it. I mean,
You go on a list that, like, I'll pay extra to.
well, I mean, and maybe we look at something like that. We do a subscription type fee. And you all put it out there that you subscribe to the ambulance, and maybe you don't get a bill or anything other than what the insurance pays. And that might be an
We need to see if
option.
that was legally.
That's what I was
I don't
saying.
think it is either, I was
think
just.
that-
Bauer did
really
it.
just
Well,
being
they do it other places. Walden does it.
Helicopter does it?
But you
Helicopter
created,
does
but you created a tax district to fund this,
Fund
and
it.
because you're using tax money, I don't know if that's. legal.
So I can't donate $1,000 to the.
But you can't
You
say.
can't expect priority service over another
You
car.
No, you're not gonna get
No,
priority.
that's, I
No,
was joking with my comment about can I get priority?
I'm not saying it. People want, if you see the shortfall and they want to voluntarily do a subscription to the ambulance to fund that even further, then they should have that option. But there is a large group of people that are totally against it. I will sit here and tell you.
Totally.
That are against what?
They're only against
Extra
it.
putting any more money into
They're-
it and taxes.
They're against it till they need it.
Well, and that's everybody.
Right.
But we're sitting here, you're looking at both, we're having to come up with a happy medium.
And the solution is
You're not gonna
gonna
have a happy meeting.
be fixing.
Somebody's gonna get mad.
Somebody's gonna have to fix the revenue, because going back to one ambulance with the amount of runs that we get called for, it won't work.
Well, and that's
We
what
can't
I'm
make
saying,
it.
we've gotta figure out a
can't
way
depend
that
on
we
somebody
can,
else to make it.
we can come to a consensus here. I'm not saying we may not have to raise taxes, we may have to regardless. But I'm saying we've gotta start with some
Well, we
cuts
need to
somewhere.
have,
Because the other end of this, these people are gonna get upset too.
either, if you may have to, like you say, that needs to be figured out before you start closing it all.
Well, I mean,
If
I don't
you
know,
decide you're not gonna do
that's
it,
why the board is,
We're not getting anywhere here, so we need to.
We're still talking about the same thing.
Yeah, can we address the issue of how we're going to fund the ambulance service for August? Because we've got to fund it. There's no money for August. So how are we gonna, we got to go to the fiscal court, that's the only source of funding we have. We gotta go to the fiscal court.
I'll go to the fiscal court and pay it.
Well, I think the letter and the request for the $150,000 was what was figured up it would take to get us until the tax money comes in.
Well, that got shot in the foot.
Well, I know it, but I'm saying that we're probably still along the same lines. We got 50,000 of that, but, it's a month-to-month thing. That fixed it for a month.
Does anybody know if the 46,000 that Vicki said was left, does that include the 50,000 from the last fiscal court meeting?
I didn't see
No,
it.
because
I don't think it does.
I think she put the payroll, flipped the payroll over, and that's what we have left, not counting the 50,000.
Not counting the 50,000.
She said it includes the $50,000 amount, the monthly contribution, and that leaves you $46,000 in the bank, according to my notes.
Okay.
So, and
Because she had, I was under the impression that she had already transferred the payroll for July.
I was
Earlier.
too. I was under that impression. She didn't transfer that money?
Well,
over?
the payroll transfer, the payroll count automatically happens each month. The only time she has to do extras when we have the 3 payrolls a month, then we have to bump it because it's not enough.
Okay.
There's an automatic 60,000 that goes from the regular account to the payroll account, that's done at the bank without everybody having to call in on a monthly basis.
Rick, did you guys write the check?
I'm sorry?
We're trying to
Did you
figure
write
out
that
what the
$50,000
Yeah, we're
check?
trying to figure out.
I can find out real quick.
Yeah, please. It's not showing on this.
It's not showing on the,
It's not showing in there.
no, it's not.
Wouldn't that report be a month behind? Wouldn't that be last month's report?
It's up to the end of June.
No, that was still the end of June.
Yeah, it's,
But
because they finished
the
that.
money wouldn't have been there, would it? It wouldn't show up on the report
That we get
till
now.
July, right?
If they wrote it in June and put it in there, it would, because in June is when that, your June work is complete.
Did they ever figure out the tax issue with like Kent Community still getting the tax from that
We're,
district?
we're working on that, we're gonna, we actually stopped the runs over there, we refused. I think David did meet with Judge Knopelman on that, and they're trying to work out a scenario, because they're really not providing the service, so they're in violation of their license,
Right.
and we're,
So will they have to pay back pay for all this?
Well, I mean-
Did they provide one?
actually, they've got a, what do they call it, mutual aid with Pioneer. So they're saying that they're all providing service. The reason you are getting calls is because we're diverting them to you guys.
Pioneers get less.
I
Well,
mean,
that, I think if David told me that total amount for the year is like $6,000,
yeah, it's not much, it's not much.
that's all. It's-
But I mean, the service, the timeframe of getting over there is a problem too.
Well, they're
You know,
not close to no place.
No, I know.
Yeah.
And when you move in those areas though, you
Yeah,
really
that's-
expect
that's
this.
it,
When I was raised in McKinneyburg.
Yeah,
We knew we wasn't gonna get there when I was younger, if you seen a plow truck, 2 weeks after it snowed, you was lucky.
yeah.
Exactly right.
Can we get back on the question at hand?
I'm waiting on,
Can we decide what we go to the fiscal court with to ask for money to get us through August? Basically, we gotta ask for money to get us through to November, because we've got no source of income, and we've got to have some sort of an ambulance service running until November when the taxes come in. So we've got to have something to go to fiscal court with, we gotta have a figure. Jim, you probably know more about the finances than any of us at this point.
Dale, I'd like to actually know what's in the bank right now before we try to figure that out.
alright.
Vicky said 46,000.
Well, you haven't received
Does
it yet.
that-
So we have not received that 50.
According to David, he said that we approve the bills tomorrow night, and you'll get the check after that. We haven't approved it at the
So
court.
we'll get
So
another
that'll make it all
100,000.
100,000. So that'll get us through August.
So that was good.
Yeah.
So we got September and October, and a little bit of November maybe.
Well, with the cuts that David, or with Philip's talking about, will that allow you, you're gaining 10,000 a month?
Well, we get billing receipts that come in every couple of weeks too.
But I mean, you're getting additional 10,000 a month.
Yeah, that's an additional thing, it's, you know, it just, if there's the time of the year that you're the shortest, it's a month or two before the taxes, because that builds you back up, and, you know, this is the leanest time of the year, because, you know, we're at the end of our revenue, and the taxes don't start coming in until
You're still
November.
a few months away from taxes.
Yeah,
At
that's
least
the
I
problem.
hope.
Yeah. That was when we had the problem last year, we had to come talk to y'all, because it ran out.
So do we wait till the next meeting to come up with with something to go to the fiscal court with, then we don't?
I think before we do that, we need to go through the line items on the budget.
We had an amount, the 150, and they didn't agree to that, so I agree with Cindy, I think we have to go through the line item things and see what we can
And I don't mean that they have to do laundry.
So,
That
we're
works.
gonna continue, is that what you're saying, we're gonna just continue like we are for the next month? Is that the scenario?
We're running 2 ALSs during the day, correct?
Yeah, and the basic shutdown is at night.
And that is from 9 till 9 in the
Yeah.
morning?
And how many nights a week is that?
It was 4 last week, it's 6 this week. You know, once again, I'm balancing it depending on who I have available when, and I'm making sure that the full-times all get their hours. That's
Are we making sure our Fridays, Saturdays are covered
Well,
with 2 ALSs?
no, we shut down
But
6 or
that's,
7
but
nights
that's
a
not
week.
necessarily,
I understand,
I get where you're coming from, because you would think generally the weekends are busiest.
but that's
They're
not
not.
always
It's
true.
always-
It's, you can't predict these things anymore.
I mean, we covered the 4th of July, and we had 2 refusals, that was all we had. I mean, so they don't hit according to what the
The
day
full
is.
moon. Full moon.
Full moon.
That's probably got more to do with
Watch
it
the
than
3
anything.
days
Yeah.
before, 3 days before.
New heroin shipment. If they get a new shipment of heroin in town, that'll get your runs up, but you know, who knows when that's like.
You tend us to.
So our regular scheduled meeting is this coming Thursday night.
Okay, so can we put on the agenda that we are only going to discuss?
No, we used this meeting to replace Thursday night's meeting because I was gonna be gone, we changed it back.
Oh, okay.
So-
I think we still need to
I
schedule
think we
one.
need to still go through the budget line items.
I'm not gonna be here this week if you're gonna do it this week. So
Where do you think?
that was why we changed this back, remember?
So
And if you don't need me, I'm fine with that,
can
but
we
I'm
make
gonna
it
be
the
gone.
18th then?
Dale, I think we need to do it as soon as possible. I think there's a lot of things we can discuss without Philip here, right? Or no?
Yeah, but he can answer a lot of questions about the budget.
When are you back?
I'll be back if you do it the 18th, the following Thursday. I'm
That's
just not
next
gonna be
week.
here this Thursday.
Yeah, see, we're here now.
Okay.
So we normally meet here, but we meet here.
We can look at the numbers again.
And something that you're gonna have to take care of quite quickly is who's gonna take care of the treasury.
Yeah,
Because that is a
Yes,
major
but
job.
we just lost,
Terry tried that.
have got the
we
big
lost a
problem.
major thing when that walked out the door. It really did. She's worth more than your $3,600, for what she does. I can't take care of it, just to tell you that up front.
But we'll think about it.
I've done it until we hired her, because, and I can't, there's no way I can touch it. Too much to it.
So any suggestions on,
No, she doesn't sign checks at all. The 3 board members, 2 of the 3 board members.
We are supposed to
Yeah.
follow.
And they used to take 2 signatures,
Sign
2
checks,
board
it
members,
takes
so
2
they could sign checks.
signatures.
We set that up for the beginning, because so the 2 people had to sign, so we make sure everything kept straight.
so any suggestions on replacing Vicky, because bills gotta be paid? And it is a big job.
I mean, you might be, if you're gonna meet next Thursday, you might be able to thrash that around and do it. I mean, the bills are paid at this point because she made all the checks out tonight, but somebody's gonna have to get on that very quick.
Oh, yeah, they get out of hand in 2
Yeah,
weeks.
that's a big time job, the
We lost
posting and all
Big
that.
thing there. Really did.
Philip, is that not something you can do as the director? I know you can't sign them, but
I can't keep up with that much with what I'm already keeping up. I'm putting in 60 to 65 hours a week here right now. And that is a lot of work. And I don't know that anybody would want me to be responsible for the treasury as the director anyway. That seems to be a lot of the issue, is question about what I'm doing with the money.
That's
So
not a good idea.
I don't even want.
You're not gonna hire anybody to replace Vicky for what she's doing for. It was a big asset.
Jim's holding his hand up.
Now,
Jim said he would do.
I'm just wondering how we fill this hole back in. Somebody's gonna have to get with Vicky and find out what all.
Well,
Connections, email
maybe I can
addresses.
get with Vicky, maybe she's
contacts.
not,
There's a whole
let her
lot
go
that
off
we need
and get with Vicky and see what
Down
all is
here.
involved.
to- Yeah. To get that fixed and smooth back up.
Who wants to talk with Vicky?
I will, I'll go over and talk to her
Okay,
tomorrow
good for
at courthouse. Well,
I'll try to
it'll
talk
be
to her.
later in the day.
I'll try to talk
I
to
got a
her.
funeral to go to in the morning.
So are we agreed on the 18th is the next meeting date? Somebody will have to notify the other.
He's right back there.
We're notifying the outlook.
News at falmouthOutlook.com, 24 hours beforehand. With an agenda, since it's a special called meeting.
Oh,
That could just be a phone call, correct?
It's gotta be email.
Email?
I won't be here on the 18th.
You won't,
I will not be here on the 18th.
okay, so can we make it another night?
Sure.
Monday or Tuesday?
Not Tuesday,
Okay,
Monday,
Tuesday's not a good day for me. Monday?
Monday.
Monday the 15th,
That's 2 weeks from today, right?
1
No.
week from today.
Oh, I won't be back. That's,
Okay.
I'm coming back on Wednesday, that's the reason I said I could come Thursday, I'll be back on Wednesday next week.
Hmm.
What about
Friday the 19th?
I'm fine with that.
Fridays are bad.
What about Monday night, the next Monday night?
22nd.
This starts the fair. It's the week of the fair.
If you're in the fair week, that would be great.
Yeah, fair week, I'm gonna
Monday's
be
a
out.
slow night at the fair though.
I got too much involved in the fair, I ain't gonna commit to any of my day.
Ooh,
What time are you back Wednesday? Do you know? Are you pushing it too much?
Yeah, cause I don't know what time I can get.
Oh, you can't do Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesday's church night.
I really think you need to meet still and go over the line items and the budget to see. I mean, I know Bill gives a lot of info on that, but. Because
When are
then
you
we're
leaving?
getting to the end of the
What's
month.
When do you leave this Wednesday?
Yeah.
I don't have to do the 18th.
It's nice meeting you guys, I haven't met a couple of, there you go. Switch
Take care.
out shifts.
Thank you. Thanks for listening to us.
thank you for your contribution.
This is what they say on TV.
Pretty much, I don't really know what night. I don't really know what night.
Subcommittee on
The week, usually Monday night, beginning.
Monday night at work, I'll get a handshake or something.
Is the 22nd, was there some reason why we couldn't meet on Friday the 19th?
They just said Fridays are bad.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
I'll try to do
Barry
that.
would do it Monday the 22nd.
If you can do that, I'll try to do
Everybody's
that.
agreed on those other hearings.
Monday the 22nd?
Yeah.
I won't guarantee it, but I'll have to find out how much you pay for it. I'll try to make that work.
22nd. Monday the 22nd.
You build a building and you can't afford it. You knew going into it, you should have known you couldn't afford it. You know? Of course, people that buy new cars can't afford to drive one of the
No,
new.
they told us today,
So, I don't care.
they told us today that everybody's coming back, the Southern Legislative Conference that a lot of them are going to, everybody gets back on the 17th and 18th. So they said, so be looking at the 19th or around that for, but you know, this has changed how many times?
So y'all would start on Friday?
Huh?
You'd start on Friday?
Yep, if they could start on Friday and we'd be in session Friday and Saturday. Constitution won't let us be there on Sunday and then come back Monday and stay in that week to finish.
I've been here since '85.
If that happens.
Frank Stewart's.
I don't take anything that they say because they've said, well, take on this, take on this. But that's the, around the 19th, 20th, that's the dates that are being, 22nd, that's the dates that are being thrown out. And I'll tell everybody that that video is photoshopped. And all that.
Well, that's just physical force control, all of us. Yeah, I know, that's what everybody looks at, they can do what they want. It's true, they can do what, that's what, but they're guided by hands, I'm not stupid. It's almost like those politicians.
When they transfer money,
Maybe sit at little meetings, doing stuff, and, you know, talk about.
Cindy House, Monday.
We did the 23rd.
Just make a decision, what are you gonna do? I'm just busy. If I'm done, tell me, I'm going out the door. Don't call me. Don't complain, ask me why this wasn't, don't come to
Board here.
that guy died over there.
1 or 2 minutes. City council
For 30
learned
years.
found nothing
Took
about
cars home in my own personal garage, even last
Put
week.
the- put the
Yes, sir.
people that have,
Okay, so next
For
meeting
free
date,
sticker.
Monday, July
have my small
22nd.
emergency management director.
And we have to make sure that the
You know-
notice is done right.
And, let me have your agenda items as soon as possible, and we'll try to put an agenda together as soon as possible.
Yeah, we want to be sure to put the selection agency on the agenda so I can present all of that to the.
He goes in the general fund. Understand how they do it.
Yeah, I can go get the building.
Already.
Yeah, I'm not for sure, those guys will come up.
There's all kinds of people that do that job, probably.
Well, I can get
Anything else?
And when it started, they said, we don't have enough motion.
All they gotta do is write the bill.
Just on American tax law, make this thing go.
Second, the motion was urged by
Because it's still
all in favor, say aye. Opposed, the like sign.
I'm not taking it home. It's the taxpayer, it's the